Everybody, David here, and this is another Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition class tutorials breakdown, and this particular breakdown focuses on the monk archetype, the Way of the Open Hand. And the Way of the Open Hand is a great addition on top of the already so strong monk baseline features. Now, the Way of the Open Hand is more of a melee type of monastic tradition for the monk. And as you can see here, the monk is already going to get a multitude of things. You're going to get your scaling martial arts damage, your key points up to a maximum of 20. The ridiculously powerful unarmored movement that stacks on top of your movement that you have for your race up to 30 feet. And then everything from your unarmored defense to all of your ability score improvements, slow fall, stillness of mind, evasion. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. The monk definitely by far gets more class features than any other class in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Now, at level 3, you're going to get to choose your monastic tradition. And this monastic tradition is the Way of the Open Hand. And this is when the monks of the Way of the Open Hand are the ultimate masters of martial arts combat, whether armed or unarmed. They learn techniques to push and trip their opponents, manipulate ki to heal damage to their bodies, and practice advanced meditation that can protect them from harm. So as you can see, it's more melee based, and it has a lot of other different little tricks and gimmicks that you can use, like I said, on top of the already so strong baseline for the monk. So whenever you do choose this monastic tradition, you're going to get open hand technique. So whenever you do choose this tradition, you're going to be able to manipulate your enemy's ki when you harness your own. So whenever you hit a creature with one of the attacks granted by your flurry of blows, now that's the key. You have to be using flurry of blows to take advantage of open hand technique. You can impose one of the following 3 effects on that target. You can make the target succeed on a dexterity saving throw, and if that creature fails the dexterity saving throw, the target will be knocked prone. Really nice, straightforward. You can also make the creature take a strength saving throw, and if it fails the strength saving throw, then you can push that target up to 15 feet away from you. And when you push a target, that means in a straight line. So it's not, you can't push it around a corner thing. Pushing is a straight line. Now, you can also make the target not be able to take reactions until the end of its next turn too. Until your next turn. Really straight. You get 3 really nice extra conditions that are going to add on top of flurry of blows. Really nice, and that's open hand technique. Next, you're going to get Wholeness of Body, and this is at level 6. You're going to get the ability to heal yourself. As an action, you can regain hit points equal to 3 times your monk level. And when you use Wholeness of Body, you won't be able to use it again until you finish a long rest. Straightforward. Now, the thing is, you cannot get this confused with multi-attack. I've seen people try to do this before. Now, when you get your standard action for your turn, this means that if you use Wholeness of Body, you won't be able to get another attack. Because to get your multiple attack, you have to take the standard action attack. And that is where you get your first attack, and then as a bonus you get like the second attack. So Wholeness of Body will consume your entire standard action. So just a little clarification for you, because I've seen this in a few other one-shots and other games that I've been a part of. So that's Wholeness of Body. Next, Tranquility. You're going to get this at 11, and this is where you can enter a special meditation that surrounds you with an aura of peace. At the end of a long rest, you gain the effect of a sanctuary spell that lasts until the start of your next long rest, and the spell can end early as normal. The saving throw DC for the spell for Tranquility equals a base of 8 plus your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency bonus. And to touch on what Sanctuary does, is Sanctuary basically acts like a ward. And if an attacker attacks you, if an enemy attacks you, they have to make that saving throw. If they fail the saving throw, they have to do 2 things. Well, they have to do one thing. They have to attack another creature, or their attack is no good. So there's no successful saving throws, and you still take damage. You literally ward the attacker away, and they have to either attack someone else or their attack doesn't work at all. So that's how Sanctuary works. So Tranquility is really, really, really nice. But just make sure, those owlbears that want to rip your arm off, they'll be waiting for you when your Sanctuary wears off. I'm sorry, yeah, your Tranquility as it wears off. Now, last but not least, this is a really, really, really fun class feature for the Way of the Open Hand, and this is called Quivering Palm. And this is where you gain the ability to set up lethal vibrations in someone's body. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can spend 3 key points to start these imperceptible vibrations. And they'll last a number of days equal to your monk level. The vibrations are harmless unless you use your action to end them. And when you end them, boy, the creature's definitely going to know it. So when you use your action, you end these imperceptible vibrations. The creature is going to have to make a Constitution saving throw. Now, if the creature with these vibrations fails the saving throw, it will be reduced to 0 hit points. Not killing it, it'll just be reduced to 0 hit points and unconscious. Now, if the target succeeds, it's still going to take 10d10 necrotic damage. So if it fails or saves, it's going to know about Quivering Palm, that's for sure. One other thing about Quivering Palm, make sure that you only have this on one creature, because if you try to put Quivering Palm on another creature, it will end the Quivering Palm on another creature. So just make sure you just keep it on one creature at a time. So there you go, everybody. That is the Way of the Open Hand. A very strong archetype for the monk that just stacks on top of the goodness that they already get. So please feel free to leave a comment down below. If you want to try one of these Way of the Open Hand monks, I have a link down below. I have 840 character sheets on my website, tabletopping.net. You can choose any level character, level 1 to 20, any class, any archetype. They're all there on 3-page PDF formats. Just download it and go to your game. So thank you again, everybody. I appreciate you watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.